well, I'll start with colds. I always cut out the first 3 seconds because I go "Ugh," like that. You know, I'm not trying to. No, I'm not trying to do an impersonation. Don't worry. So
No, I was just making sure that it was loosey goosey.
yeah, you gotta get it all limbed up. So let me start. Hey, it's Dan here with another episode of Sit Down for Stats. You've lost me, okay?
Good start. Good start.
Yeah,
Good start there.
restart. Okay. Hey, it's Dan from Sit Down for Stand Up. Here I've got Ems from Devon. How are we, Ems? We good?
I'm fine, thank you, darling. How are
Yeah,
you?
I'm good. Cheers. I'm glad the weather's finally well, it's started to piss down here now. So I've been dying for the
Um,
last 2 days.
it's really sunny here.
Oh, rubbing it in a
It
little
was a
bit.
bit overcast. It was a bit overcast this morning, but it's yeah, it's quite nice outside.
Brilliant. So, Ems, let's jump straight into it. Why comedy? Why did we start doing stand up?
I've been a big comedy fan for ages. Mate, right, the first person I'd seen like Dave Allen and all that. Always loved a bit of Dave Allen. Um, but the main one was Eddie Izzard.
Brilliant, yeah.
And I was just like, wow, that's really cool. But I never really, I still never thought that I could be there.
No.
Well, I'm not putting myself in the same place as Eddie Izzard, but you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
on the stage and shit. Oh, are we allowed to swear? Because if
Yeah,
we're not allowed to
crack
swear,
on.
I'm
Yeah,
in deep
yeah,
shit.
swear away.
Um, uh, but it took me. I didn't start comedy till I was about 30, 31, 32.
Okay.
And that was because my friend and the guitarist in my band,
Mm.
yeah, saw me once again moaning about a stand-up comedian and said, look, do it or shut up about it. And I went, oh my God, do it. I never even thought that it was a possibility. And I was like, oh, okay. So I got a an open spot in Exeter at the Cavern, and I went down into the basement, you know, where all good comedy is. Um, and there were loads of people. There was only a few people in, but the all the performers were sitting, doing the notes and stuff, and really like, ah. And I don't have notes. I didn't go there with any preparation or anything. And I just went up there and started to talk about, well, the first thing I did was I went out with this guy, they're calling him the bastard. Yeah, the bastard. And he shaved my pubes. Now I had a really, really amazing bush that I was really proud of.
She like, shh,
Right.
we're talking.
We're talking we're talking there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Now,
brilliant. Let's go for this.
right, yeah, I was gonna say this is what I did my first time. My first time.
This
Um
was comedy, yeah. It wasn't like a casting couch or something.
no, it
You didn't
wasn't
get
casting
misled into a
couch. It was,
porno.
and considering that they'd all been like crafting their moments or the other comedians had, I was thinking, oh well, these aren't that funny.
Hmm.
But I'll just let it go. They've all crafted. I've not crafted. So, and I went up there and I talked about when the bastard, he shaved my pubes off. And
Yes.
I loved my pubic mound. Yeah, my pubic mound was like real bushy and like real pristine.
Yeah.
But
Loving the detail. Oh, I've got the image right now. Don't worry. 31-year-old you, full bush. You know, I would you with electric
yeah,
shavers
get
back
the
then.
image in your head, Dan. Get your image in your
I
head.
am. Yeah, reminded me to go get my own
Um,
Gillette. So
and he shaved them all off, and it was horrible. It was horrible. FYI, Yeah. The reason he did this is because he used to shave his penis and balls. Yeah.
On stage.
Please don't ever do that. Don't ever do it. Don't ever do it. It looks like some sort of old chicken or something, like, anyway, gross. But when my pubes grew back, they grew back all salt and pepper. They
Okay.
grew back it grew back as a whole new bush. And I was talking about how basically everyone sat there, mouths open, and then I looked at them all and went, by the way, this is my first time. And they all clapped and ran like, yay! I was just like, right, okay, like that helps. So it all went really well after that. Now what I do, yeah, I'm a bit different. I'm still the rambly, like talk shit,
Yeah.
and it may be good or it may be not. But I've also got a song that I do. I'm a musical comedian, so I sing a cappella shit.
Okay.
So now it's sort of more fair for the audience because there's something that definitely works, that I know works. The
Yeah.
song is workable. And then the rest of it is a bit.
So would you say you don't, when you go on stage, you don't have sort of like a fixed, strict structure? You're a little bit fluid.
I'm very fluid. It's brain injury shit. The reason I do it like that is because I can't remember stuff. So if if I memorize the set, yeah, there would be no promising that would stay in my head.
Right.
So I fuck up, and that's what used to really, really scare me. Was like I can't do that. But when I'd watch people, they looked like they were doing it like wah 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 wah, and that was like I can do that. I can do that. I've done it all my life.
Hmm. But,
So that's how I sort of did it. But
hmm.
because everyone does it so differently, it's sort of a little it makes me more, although I find that comedians say, I don't know how you can do that, how you can go up and you can just talk and funny shit comes out of your mouth. We like craft all our things, and I could never do that.
Yeah, well, with mine, it might look like a mumbling mess, but it's structured mumbling mess.
Yeah.
I know when to like, like So, okay, that's interesting. And how long have you been doing it for? You said since 31 was your first gig with the Gillette razor blades.
31, 32. Till now I'm 46.
Okay, fair enough. And how would you say it's going? Like where we performed. I've watched some of your stuff, quite funny. So,
Thank you.
like, do we do it mostly on
um
Devon or do we travel for it?
I've traveled um a lot. um Although it's going to stop probably soon, the whole traveling thing, but it
Mm.
might not, I don't know. Yeah, but basically I love traveling to different places and meeting different people, and yeah, I love that sort of stuff. So and now it's getting more and more sort of people are really going for it, aren't they, with
Yeah.
the whole comedy thing. There's competitions everywhere and like
No,
stuff
completely.
happening.
When I look at people's like socials and things like that, they say like, "Oh, I'm the winner of Bath's, second roast battle of the week." Da, da, da. There's so many like accolades. People
Yeah,
seem to
I
like
can't be
claim
asked
they
with it.
won, and
I've got
it's just
You won't see any accolades on my thing because most of the time I don't bother.
yeah,
I don't bother to go to them because for me, right, comedy's not about competition.
yeah,
It's about you being the funniest you can be for other people
mm,
and to make yourself happy,
okay,
because I like to do this to make people laugh because there is
mm,
nothing in this world like laughter. And
mm,
most of the time, we don't get laughter. you know, you don't get a good giggle all the time. And I don't know whether this is going to make any sense. Yeah. I like to give good giggles wherever I go. Yeah. Whether I'm comedying or personing,
Yes.
you
Well,
know,
personally, I think every day's crowd work. If it's
yeah,
the woman at the
totally,
cashier is, on a bus,
totally.
it's crowd work. Just work on it. Try and make someone laugh. Try and make their day a little bit more jolly because life is shit right now. So if you can bring a
Like,
bit of sunshine, do it.
right. Okay. I've got a thing, Dan. I've got a thing because as well as
Good.
a comedian, I'm also a philosopher, a philosophizer.
Philosopher.
Yeah. And no, a philosophizer. That's the way I say it anyway.
Okay.
But right. So search for the golden nuggets in the shit spiral of life. 'Cause those cheeky little buggers pop up everywhere, especially where there's grease and strife. Oh, search for the golden nuggets in the shit spiral of life. 'Cause those cheeky little bugs pop up everywhere, especially where there's grief and strife. Thank you, thank you.
Okay, so we like
But
we like to spread joy.
I I like to spread joy, and I know better than anyone. Right, I had a brain hemorrhage and stroke when I was 17. Yeah,
Mm.
that is the thing I love to say to everyone. By the way, I had a brain hemorrhage and a stroke when I was 17. Thank you, thank you. um, and I noticed that right, what I could have done when I had the stroke is I had a choice. Yeah, I could sit in my bed and expect everyone to do everything for me, which they would have, or I could do whatever the fuck I wanted to in the first place, you know, no matter what it was. So now I reach I reach for the golden nuggets, you know, and the shit that and there's so much shit at the moment. There is so much shit, and it seems like there are no golden nuggets. No golden nuggets, Dan, but there are golden nuggets. There are, but they're really, really tiny, really, really tiny. So you've got to look even harder these days. Yeah.
Mm.
So you've got to be astute.
Would you say your comedy then it comes from a happy place, or do we play on like our misfortunes of life?
It always comes from a happy place.
Okay.
But the thing is that I've had shitloads of shit in my life.
Mm.
I'm in pain all the time.
Mm.
Yeah. But there is a lot more good things. And also, right, people go, oh, well, no one cares about you anymore. No one cares about you. No one cares about you. But no one fucking cares about you. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, so no one cares what I do. Why don't I have some fun?
Yeah, do
Why
what the
not
fuck you want.
have?
To be honest, life's short.
Yeah, this is what I mean. As long as you don't hurt anyone, Dan.
Mm.
Dan, you listen to me. Yeah,
No,
don't hurt anyone.
yeah,
You
I'm a big old
don't.
bear. Don't worry, well, the bears are aggressive. I'm a pussycat. That's the one.
But no,
Mm.
bears are great. But if you do, I will get my walking stick and I'm coming down to South London, guys, and I'll
Southeast London.
shove my
Southeast
Southeast
London.
London.
We need to get it
What's
right.
the difference between South and Southeast London then?
Probably about 10% crime rate. No, it just there just is. It's weird. East London is different to Southeast London. It's different to South London. We only get talking about North London. I mean, love to the North London, but it just is.
Is it?
It's such a small drive. Like I'm a 10-minute drive from Essex. No, that's a lie. Half-hour drive from Essex. The twang will change in seconds.
Really?
Yeah, it just is.
God, it's so exciting. London is like a, it's like a really weird creature. It
It
really
is.
is. I don't think.
I like the way it's always described. It's not described as this, but like in Game of Thrones, King's Landing, when the prostitute says the place smells of shit and cum, but she loves the smell. London's got its own vibe.
That's Southeast London.
No, no, no. South East London's lovely. God, London in general, it's shitty, it's cummy, but it's ours. It's ours. Like
It's
you love.
nice.
It's got
Yeah, but
that pulse. It's got that life.
I like going there. Oh yeah, just dropping something in. Yeah,
Go on, go.
I came to London in December last year because I was in Fuckfest with Nick Helm.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
It's his
awesome.
you're meant to be like, oh,
I am. Yeah,
fancy
cool.
that.
Yeah, cool.
But
Let's do this.
yeah, that was great. That was great. I did dress as a Christmas tree, but I forgot to mention it. I forgot to mention it. So people were like, and I don't even know if I look like a Christmas tree, to be totally honest with you.
I mean, it's July, so you wouldn't want to right now. Oh,
Well, now I look really stupid. But at the time I really felt like a Christmas tree. Also, Laura Smith,
uh,
um, she's got a lovely like that kind of accent there, isn't she?
do I have an
Um,
obvious twang?
huh?
Do I have an
Yeah.
obvious? See,
Well, obviously, what did I say to you when I came online? I was like, "You're from London, you're from London."
see, I can't hear it. I can't hear it. But
Yeah,
you don't hear your own, do you?
you have, hey, you have such a big twang.
First time I've heard that. I'll let you know that one. But what's the Cornish one? It's like you would say the word "all right, me baba."
All right, no, no, B.
They
But that,
pasty.
see, Cornwall is different from Devon. Devon and
Oh,
Cornwall is very, very different.
ooh, gonna get told off for that, aren't I? I've never.
Well, not by
Oh,
me, but right, there's like a jam and a cream on scones thing.
yes, yeah, that's a London thing as
Yeah,
well. Scones.
one of them has jam first, one of them has cream first. Yeah, but I don't know which one it is. That is how, yeah, one of them puts the
I'm I'm
cream on
I'm cream
first.
jam. Cream jam.
Your cream jam.
That's me.
I think,
Are we gonna get a fight now?
do you know, well, no, because I find it quite interesting because I'm jam cream.
Well, we weren't meant to be, were we,
And
Ems?
yeah, but I'm sorry, Dan. But I don't know which
I'll
one's
cancel the
which.
journey
One
down
from
then.
Dev. Also, I've got a night. I do a night over in Cornwall in a
Mm-hmm.
place called Pendogget.
Hen dog it, okay, yeah.
Yeah, which is near Port Isaac.
Mm-hmm.
And I do a night, and it's called "Oh What a Caper."
Paul Isaac,
And
I've heard of that. The Ferocious Dogs, a band, did a song called Point of Paul Isaac. Is there?
right,
I don't
there's
I don't know the history of it.
they do a lot of uh, it's where they do like ship singing
Yes,
and
I
stuff.
went to a pirate festival in Brixham about 3, 4 years ago, and that was very
Yeah.
like, what's it called? Not what they called. There once was a ship that went to sea.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, 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 yeah. But I don't. But
Sea
I can't.
shanties. Sea
Yeah,
shanties.
yeah. That's the one. That's the
Woo!
one. I do like sea shanties. I do
Yes,
like them.
I'm a sucker
It's
for
a
them. Yeah,
it's a good thing.
it's feel good.
Um, but in Pendorget they don't have sea shanties.
Boo.
But on the last gig that we did, the last night that we had
Mhm.
to postpone the comedy for an hour because a Morris group were outside the club
Bastards.
doing
Bastards.
doing like, no, I like it. I
Yeah.
don't know whether this audio or
It's
on.
it's both. It's both. Don't worry. It'll be a
Oh,
video
right,
on
right,
YouTube, not
okay.
audio
I'm gonna
elsewhere.
I'm gonna I didn't know because I was thinking if I do some, because I'm trying to do Morris dancing for you here,
Yeah.
and I just thought if
I'll
I
do
do
the
the
audio
singer
version.
audio,
you may not see on video now, but Ems is currently running around her room naked doing the Morris dancing. Where did she get that stick from that they bang with?
People know I'm doing it naked.
Well, it's for the
Do you
audio,
know
you know, it's
what?
for the audio
I
version, you
I
know, they
don't
won't
wear a
see it.
bra. I don't wear a bra, so
Oh, okay.
what happens is my boobs slap on my chest and I make my own music.
You use them as the sticks the
So
Morris dancers hit with. You just whack your tits together instead.
yeah, just woo. Right. Yeah, sorry.
It's like, oh, don't worry. No, we get a lot of Morris dancers round my way. And they are fun.
Really? I thought it was so more dancing and it is everywhere then.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
Well,
the origin of it, but you know, it just yeah.
it's a fertility thing, I think.
I know it's a pagan, like I know it's a pagan fertility thing, but I don't know how far back it goes.
Oh, fucking year, oh, eons.
Yeah.
You know, back in even further than back in the day, even further than back
Because
in
I
the
know they
day.
used to do blackface, didn't they? But now they do greenface.
No, right. Round by us, there's a group of Morris dancers that they're called Black Morris dancers,
Yeah.
and they totally black themselves
Cover
up
up.
in black costumes
Yeah.
and everything and do it. And they're they seem kind of edgy.
An edgy
Yeah,
Morris
and
dancer.
I've never seen an Eddie Morris dancer
No.
before. So
I'm trying to think.
that
No, I haven't either.
that
They all just seem like boys in their 40s, 50s, 60s who just want to. Basically, I think they just use it as an excuse to get pissed.
oh god, yeah. There was the people that were there the other week. Um, they were quite old. And the man who was talking like this all the time, and he was
That's
going,
the twang I tried to
"Oh
do. That's
yeah," and
proper, yeah.
sometimes, oh, they said what they were called. Oh, I can't fucking. I remember the fact. I remember the fact. But
Didn't write that one down.
This is what happens with a brain injured brain. Yeah, you have fucking brilliant facts, but you don't have the fact bit. You have all of it that surrounds it,
Yeah.
but the one thing that you need, you don't have.
You got all the bricks, no cement.
Eh?
You got all the bricks, no cement. So
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
build, you
yeah, yeah,
build it,
yeah.
but it's just gonna tumble because there's
Yeah, do
no.
you know I have that when when you're in a crowd of people as a
Yes.
comedian, when you just in like pull a crowd
Yeah.
and you start talking, you think, oh, I'm really clever. And then you realize that actually what you're saying is boring as shit. And you start to bore yourself.
Oh, I live my
I
life
can't
like
do
that. Right.
I think that's what we do most of the time.
I'll jump back
But,
into comedy then because I was just getting up
oh,
talking for hours here. Um, so,
sorry.
no, so I thoroughly enjoyed this. What would you what advice would you give to anyone who's contemplating doing comedy for the first time, but is a bit nervous?
Um, I was going to say, picture everyone naked, but don't do that because that will really put you off. Um, although I found that I did a very similar thing where never mind.
On.
Right. No, I'm not gonna say
It
what
was
I
a safe. It was a safe
was
space. It's a safe
saying.
space.
Well, there was a guy in the audience, and for some reason, in my head was going, well, I've got two people in my head. Yeah, I've got Ems and I've got Emma, and they won't shut up sometimes. And I just need to shut them up. And I can do most of the time, but Ems is a fucking pain in the ringer. Yeah. So she was going to tell him that it looks like he's got big balls. Tell him he's got big balls. Yeah. And it was like she knew or something. I didn't know. And I was going, for example, sir, you look like you have really big balls. And then I just moved on. And that has stuck with me for all the forever. I don't know why. So don't go imagining people naked or anything like that. Just
Yeah.
try to be you.
Yeah.
Try to
Great
be
advice. Just be
you.
yourself.
Because I'm a very honest person.
Mm.
I find it really easy to lie, but I don't lie. I'm just too fucking honest. And I think that's the way to be. Don't tell people if you think they've got big testicles. Don't do that. Yeah.
That's one
But
of my life
be,
policies to avoid. Yes.
yeah. Just be as honest as you can be, because I think people respect that,
Mm.
and then you will get them on your side. Obviously, unless you're complete and a twat.
Yeah.
But everybody has a propensity to be a penis.
Yeah.
Just like everybody has the tendency to be a twat man. So, you've got to respect that.
Well, I try and make, 10 people laugh a day and I try and piss off one person a day. You got to balance the
Oh God,
ratio,
yeah.
you know.
Do you know what? We've got a bus thing.
Yeah.
A bus that goes around like helping people. It's called Bob the Bus.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Can
there's this
he
one
fix it?
guy. Yeah, totally. Yeah. But bus rather than builder.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
And does Bob have big
Near
balls
enough.
or?
Near enough. Huh?
No, I said, we haven't told Bob about his balls yet, no?
I wouldn't. I'm not gonna tell anyone about what I think their balls will look like anymore. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's
Okay.
too sad. Yeah, because what if I right? The thing is, the thing I think about is, what if I was right?
Yeah, you're asking a
What if I was
question that do
right
you
and
want to
he's
be
got
proven right or wrong?
huge kahunas?
Yeah. He's going to
Yeah,
say, no, I
like
don't, and show you.
he
So,
he might be really upset about it. Yeah, and he could go away thinking about that, and he thinks about it all the time. She knew I had big balls. How did she know I had big balls? And I'm there going, oh my God, what if I had actually told him? What if I knew he had big balls? It's just weird.
again, I'd say balls are the most least complimented part of the body.
Yeah, totally.
Like, I don't think I've ever had a compliment about my balls, and I wouldn't know how to take it either. Because if you're seeing the balls, you're seeing the rest of the anatomy. So if that's where
Yeah.
you're complimenting, that means there's a
No,
problem
but
in the
that
other
wouldn't be where
department.
they. Oh, maybe they think
Yeah.
that your penis is just shit.
Yeah. So they're like, shit, dick, let's
Oh
talk
my
about the
God!
balls.
And then they choose the worst part of the
Yeah.
body to
And
compliment.
it's bollocks,
Oh
isn't it?
no,
Literally.
that's even worse now.
Yeah. You got to compliment the whole package, you know.
Do you know what? Right, I've got hairs on my chin, and I was in the bath the other day, and I was listening to a podcast, and I was just stroking my chin, and I thought, oh my God, my chin feels like a ball bag. So yeah, well, I don't know whether your chin, this bit
I
here,
mean,
just
I can
this bit here.
second chin, so I can sort of like delve and no, I can turn it to a
Yeah, but
vagina
it
more
made
than
it look. It's this bit. It's the endy bit. It's the endy bit. Yeah.
it's on your chinny chin
Because
chin.
that's where my chin hair stop. We've got to talk about comedy again.
Well,
Quick, get
that could be
back on
your
the
next
point.
shaving act. Yeah. I mean, well, yeah. So I'm gone out the window the comedy talk here, but it's been great anyways. I've loved it. So, what is
Oh,
your
I do.
what is
Can
the
I
time?
just
What's been
say,
your
I
oh,
do a thing called M's Chat Shit.
yeah?
Yeah, it's a
Well,
it's a podcast. It's on Spotify. Yeah, this is what I do. I chat shit.
it is
So
what it says
it's
on the
different.
tin.
Yeah,
There's no
exactly.
false trades description act going on in there, is there? To
No,
be honest.
no,
So
not at all.
my favourite question, and bear in mind we are cutting it quite short now. What's your favourite moment on stage, and what time did you bomb the hardest?
Um, I have loads of favorite times on stage. Because but I never remember. I never remember what I've said. Yeah, because my
Yeah.
memory is shit. But the one time I remember bombing, yeah, I rem was when I was MCing, which is the worst time to bomb. And especially right at the beginning. Right at the beginning.
Yeah.
Basically, what happened was I went on, it was fine. And then I pulled out the SPAC stuff too early. Yeah. People are not ready for SPAC stuff. Yeah. Right at the beginning. You
It's a
don't
second
tell
half
them that
piss
you're a
job.
SPAC because that uncomfortabilizes everything.
Yes. Yeah, you can lose them
Yeah.
at the beginning.
If you lose them at the beginning, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I lost them at the beginning. So it was shit. But right, you know, when you in comedy, when you have like places that you get some places that you're so comfortable in that you can like you're at one with the audience, you're at one with everything, everyone's like real groovy. And then you have some where the audience demands comedy. They demand it, they expect you to be good. There is nothing you can do about it because they're assholes.
They've seen someone on TV and they're like, "Oh, I want
Yeah,
to see that." Well, no, you're looking at
yeah.
people
And
20
most
years
of
in the
them haven't.
industry, hardcore veterans. It's not like that in reality. It's a grueling process.
Yeah. And everyone had hard times, but there's a guy called Nick Page,
Yeah.
um, who was great.
Yeah.
But everyone had real difficult time trying to, because they're the sort of people that you have to make laugh.
Yes.
They don't offer their giggles. They don't offer their giggles. They
Yeah.
expect you to do all the work.
Force the laughter out of them. Yeah.
Yeah. And you've got to really work for it. So add that with you've just uncomfortableized everyone with your SPAC material
Yeah.
too early. I should do that at least halfway through. At
Yeah. When you've
least
got them on your
halfway
side.
through. You know? So that was my real learning moment. Real learning moment of like people do not like accept the SPACness instantly. Yeah, you've got to, it's like you're tickling them under the genitals. You're just tickling
We're
them.
back
You're
to the
not.
basics
You're
again. We're
not
back to
like
the basics again.
grabbing the balls and licking
All
them
conversations are
at
leading
the
back to
beginning.
balls, aren't they? This is like a flow
Yeah,
chart.
they
Everything's
are.
going
I
back to
don't
the
know
bollocks.
why. I don't know why. I'm
I
really,
don't know
really
why.
sorry.
No,
I
no.
must be on a balls
Uh,
day.
yeah. So, okay. Last question then is:
All right.
so, do you think in comedy you could joke about anything, or do you think there's subjects that are a bit taboo that shouldn't be joked about?
I think you've got to read your audience because, the Barbican Theatre lot, they would not stand for SPAC stuff so early in a set. Do you know what I mean? You've got to tickle their balls first, hello, and then
Once
and
again,
then
I was waiting.
and then
You're getting quicker to get to the bollocks. That was 5 seconds that time.
you've got to tickle the balls first and leave the SPAC stuff
Yeah.
till later. Yeah. So basically, you need to feel the audience to see whether they can deal with the material that you've got.
Yeah.
And you've got a big. Do you know what? I really want to talk about balls some more, but I'm
No,
not
it's
going
on the
to.
tip of your tongue.
Yeah,
No, not on the tip of your
it
tongue.
looks like
That's
you're.
the room.
It looks like you're looking at me, waiting for the balls talk.
I just want to ask a question, see how quickly we can get back onto bollocks. Like, Ems, that'll have to be another time. Right, Ems, thank you ever so much for coming on. I've absolutely thoroughly enjoyed this.
It's been